As a lender or a real estate agent or anyone in the real estate world, when you start talking to people, how often have you felt their angst, their anxiety when they have a house to sell and they want to buy at the same time? And they are struggling with all of the options because it just seems so overwhelming. I actually had a client come to me just last week, repeat client. She's bought and sold a couple of times, but this time she really wants to sell this house and buy this one at the same time. And she's just curious how, in the market that we have today, how does she make that work? So today, I like to give things in threes. I'm going to give you three ideas that you can share on your social media that give some peace, just some guidance to those people that are looking to sell a house and then buy another house. Step one is don't put the cart in front of the horse. If this is something that you want to do, go right ahead and have your departure residence, the one you're going to sell, ready to list. Get all of those little items that you needed to get done, have them finished and ready, and maybe even get that property listed and on the market. That way, when you go out to make an offer on another house, if you have to be the contingency queen or king, you already have your house listed and prepared. They can see that you're not behind the eight ball. You are not putting the carriage in front of the horse, right? Step two. Step two is look at the options that you have when it comes to a bridge loan or a secondary move, like a temporary stay that you go to in between houses, or what it would look like if you use a home equity line to buy this next house and then sell your house after. So, this is just a good idea to have a contingency plan. That doesn't mean you have to use it. I tell people all the time, you might be qualified for this bridge loan or this home equity line to pull out enough money to put the down payment on the next house without selling this house. But if you're making an offer and you are in a competitive market and you really, really, really love the house, this is when it's important to at least have your backup contingency set. You're still going to do step three, which is my power move, by the way. We'll get there in a second. But before you do step three, you're going to have your contingency set up so that if you need to make an offer that is not contingent on the sale of your house, you have that option. Okay, so step three is my power move. And this is really important. And me as a lender, I'm telling my buyers this all the time. Listen, if you want to sell your house and buy another house at the same time, it is really important that you price said house really aggressively. I'm not telling you to go to 80% of the value or anything crazy like that, but you need to find an agent, a competent agent, and a competent lender who can close quickly and make sure that you can hit those timelines and gives you good feedback on what you should be listing your house for in order to sell it in the amount of time needed for this house that you're going to be buying. So, if you've got a contract to close your next house in 45 days, you really want to have a contract in 15 days. That gives you 30 days for your buyer to go through the mortgage and get through all of their things that they need to do, right? So, it's very important that step three is you are not throwing it out there and saying, I'll put it out here at this and see what happens and drop the price if I need. That is not the strategy you want to use if you're trying to buy and sell at the same time. The strategy you want to use is I'm going to price this just right. I'm going to price it a little under market value so that I get a lot of bites fast and I can get this under contract and closed within 30 days. That way, I can go buy my contingent house. We can line up those closing dates. By the way, closing dates are negotiable. So these are things that you can do to make sure that you're setting yourself up for success. And then if you need the contingency to win the deal of doing the bridge loan or the home equity line, you have that set in place, but you've priced your house so well, you're not going to need it. That's the goal. So those are three steps that you can give your sellers on video to make sure and just calm the anxiety. Let them know there are ways that you can buy and sell at the same time. And it's strategic planning that we need to do to make sure that we make this go off without a hitch. It just takes a really good agent, a really good lender, a lender that your agent knows can close on time. That is huge. The last thing you want is for your lender to trip things up. And hey, by the way, you might want to find a lender that you really trust. And when you're listing your house, see if you can put some of their marketing materials in your home for some kind of a special for that buyer. That way, you also know your buyer has a trustworthy lender because you don't want their lender screwing everything else up either. It happens. I'm telling you, it happens. All right. So, those are the tips and tricks you can give to your sellers and potential buyers on your social media. Now, remember, I have this script. It will be in your June scripts. So when that drops around May 15th, you're more than welcome to go out there and grab your script and post this for your June content. But while you're there, check out your May, your March, your all of the previous scripts. There's all kinds of material that you can use for your video content, but you got to get out there. So take a moment, go to rechargingwithchampions.com. Right now, if you are still in the month of May, you can get this for free for the entire month of May using code word LEGACY. That lets you into the Recharging with Champions site for completely free, no cost, forever, if you just want to go check it out and find some scripts and some video content. We'll see you later.